When we have people that say that they have issues when they go carnivore, when those people switch diets, do you think the majority, say 51% and upwards, of the problems that people report when they go carnivore is down to the fact that they just switch diet too quickly, too rapidly?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Look, you should never change your diet from anything to anything else overnight. Tomorrow I shall go carnivore. Bad idea. Being a carnivore, great idea. Changing to carnivore overnight, suddenly dropping out all the other stuff straight away. No. In your colon is a large number of microorganisms that you're hosting, basically, that help to break down some of the plant materials that you eat, some of the residual materials that aren't absorbed from animal stuff as well. And there's kind of this balance in there, and it needs to be peaceable and agreeable, and all the bacterias and things like that need to agree and, you know, be happy with one another and all of that. And all the resources are what they are, and that's great. Then you watch a video by someone that says the carnivore diet is great, which it is, and that carnivore person doesn't say to you during that video or whatever specifically, hey, by the way, don't just switch straight over because it'll mess you up, which I'm doing. I'm saying that to you now. Don't do it. All right? And they do that because they haven't heard me say don't. And then everything falls to bits. And they go, the carnivore diet's no bad. Well, no good. It's bad. It's gone horrible. You know? Well, what's happened is you've changed the resources. Now all those microorganisms are all unhappy. So they go to war with one another. And their battlefield is your gut, which becomes inflamed, leaky, etc. And that can be a mild thing, leading to diarrhea, which can become chronic, which is a problem. It messes up your electrolytes. It fills your body up with chemical signals of inflammation, which can be picked up on by other tissues of your body, which can react badly to that. It can drag your health down slowly. Or maybe it destroys your colon and it needs removing. Don't do that. And I'm not saying that, Lee, your problem was caused by changing your diet, because obviously your problem was clear well before you changed your diet.
Yeah.
But in some people, that's something that could happen. So be warned, don't change your diet suddenly. Change it slowly, glacially over weeks, 6 weeks for a number.
Yeah, it's one thing that I didn't realise when I went carnivore, actually, and I wonder if I got away with it because I didn't have my gut, and I've alluded to this quite a few times, thinking that actually I was lucky there. I struggled a little bit for energy for the first 2 weeks, but I didn't have, well, as far as I know, I haven't got any problems. I only had kind of benefits that awaited me. How important do you think? Go on.
Just before you go on to that, I mean, one more thing that I kind of like to circle back to, you mentioned it earlier, that basically the volume of undigested materials that comes out is vastly, vastly lower on a carnivore diet than it is on any plant-based diet.
Yeah.
And it's because you absorb 98% of meat and fat.
Yeah.
People say, I haven't been for a few days. I'm worried. I'm constipated. No, you're not constipated. You're just not going because there's nothing to go. You've used it all. You've absorbed it all. Most people think it's normal to crap out more than half of what they eat. That's what that is when you're crapping out. No, you don't need to be doing that. It's anyway.
It's interesting. Over here in the UK, we have a traditional Sunday roast. You've probably heard of that. It's kind of like meat and spuds, Yorkshires, gravy, and then just loads of vegetables. And I was continuing after I came back out of my surgery. I've got this bag, and Sunday comes along. I'm at my parents' house, and I'm there. It's a tradition. And it's funny because even before I realised, way before I went carnivore, I was backing off of the vegetables slowly but surely. I remember saying, this is causing me so many problems. I don't want any broccoli today. I don't want any peas, just the meat, a couple of spuds, the Yorkshire's, gravy, that'll do me. And actually felt guilty because I thought, I'm not eating all these healthy vegetables anymore, even though it's causing me issues. in my head, I still couldn't marry this up. And it's amazing that I continued to just go back to the same way of eating that put me in that position where I lost my colon.